What's going on, everyone, and welcome to Movie Emporium's movie review of The Killing of Two Lovers, the newest film from director Robert Machoian. Now, before we begin, if you like this channel, as always, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium, hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome, hit that like button, as well as commenting below any video you watch, including this one. So The Killing of Two Lovers is a very small, very straightforward movie about an individual named David who is played by Clayne Crawford. Now, David is in the middle of a trial separation. His marriage is on the rocks, is falling apart, and he's agreed to go live with his father while his wife, stays at their house taking care of the kids. They're very close to each other and so on and so forth. But this story, in essence, is about how the idea of separation, the idea of divorce, and the idea of possibly not being together with one another really affects the psyche of each individual. And in the middle of this trial separation, the wife is in the middle of having a romantic relationship with another guy. And of course, David doesn't seem to handle it very well. He is an individual who is he wants to be with his kids. He wants to have his wife back. And he really struggles with the nature of maybe it's over. Maybe this is just not working anymore. And it's in essence the story of what millions of people go through every single day when their marriages start falling apart. It's just, how do you go past that? How does it affect you? And what are you willing to do to either make it work or to move on to a different situation, different scenario? And we see that through this small town, this small group of people, and just this small, story of this individual and how it truly affects him. And so this movie was a movie that premiered way back at Sundance in 2020. It was a movie that came, was bought and sold, right before the pandemic came out. But because of the craziness and so on and so forth, it finally releases, right now in 2021. And it's a movie that's gained a lot of buzz through the simple fact that it's been considered an honest portrayal of, marriage separation, an honest portrayal of how people deal with the situation, how different it is for each individual. And it's a movie that, because of its small budget, because of its small nature, really feels like an honest look into a life of just what it's like for each person to have to go through something like this, including the kids themselves. So on that aspect, I've been hearing a lot of great things about it, and though I've never seen the trailer for it, I was still intrigued and interested by it. So getting a chance to see it early before it releases on VOD or whatever is something that, was kind of exciting in a lot of aspects. And I will definitely say this, the level of love that this film has been getting, the level of honesty that this film has been portraying to the audience, I think is 100% deserved, because this movie feels, though it's very small, it feels like it's true and honest and very just in your face about what it's like for millions upon millions of families who have to go through the situation almost on a daily basis with, families breaking up, the kids having to deal with the situation, who don't really see it as well as the teenage daughter does, but that they know something's truly kind of off because they don't see their father all the time. They're extremely excited when he comes into the fold, back to pick him up, to take him out for the weekend. And it's just a movie that truly wears its heart on its sleeve, truly gives you the aspects and respect about what it's like to have to go through a divorce, and truly and honestly shows, with the help of the lead actress in this movie, who's played by Sepideh Moafi, as well as Clayne Crawford, you really feel like these people are real people, and that makes it for a much easier movie to watch, even though it's a very difficult situation to handle, because anyone that even somebody you know or yourself, has been through this possible situation of just parents constantly arguing at the point that they're ready to divorce, they're seeing other people, and and see how it feels, or you felt that situation before. So to have this honest portrayal, to have this honesty in this movie, to watch these two actors and actresses and how they have to handle the situation, how they make it feel so realistic, makes the movie work and doesn't make it feel silly or over the top or zany. It's just a very down to earth, shot in, I think, Idaho or something like that, or Utah. It's very scaled down in a very small city. And for a first time by himself director with Robert Machoian, this movie really feels very intimate, very small, but it really does feel very powerful in what he's trying to explain, what he's trying to throw out there on the screen. What's also really interesting is most of the screen is blackness around this small square box of what the film is being portrayed as. And that it also gives it a very tense and very uncomfortable nature, because you're watching a very small scope film, a very small world film that has very big implications in this very small box, like almost TV style viewing window. And I thought that was a very interesting, very kind of intriguing way to film a movie, which is not done very often stuff. And a lot of times you'll see like a TV aspect, but when it's like black square around it and then it's just a picture right there, like you're looking through like an 8 millimeter projector or something like that, it's a really fascinating thing to see. And I actually thought the score was done by Johnny Greenwood because it had that feel that if you've ever seen There Will Be Blood, he has a very interesting, intriguing sense about how he scores stuff. But it really is just a lot of gun clicks, it's just a lot of barrel movements, it's a lot of doors, you know, shutting and stuff like that. But the score makes the tense nature of the film ramp up. It makes the uncomfortable nature of the film progress, and it's a really kind of interesting score that I think was done by the director because there is no composer for this movie, but what we see and what we hear really tells the story and really shows it a very interesting light, I guess you could say. So, but that's it. That's my take on The Killing of Two Lovers. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you decided to see this movie. What do you think of it? What was your overall feeling about it? Have you seen Marriage Story? Do you like these types of films? Do you try to avoid them? All that good stuff. But otherwise, if you like what you see on the channel, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome. Hit that like button. And as always, we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.